Good morning, or whatever time you're watching. Welcome to another edition of Take 5. It's being recorded Friday, September 28, 2012. We're in John chapter 17, verse 1. When Jesus had spoken these words, he lifted up his eyes to heaven and said, Father, the hour has come. Glorify your Son, that the Son may glorify you. Very specific prayer. Jesus is praying, and this is a very lengthy prayer. We'll just get into it a little bit today. But Jesus is telling his dad that the hour has come, and he's referring to the crucifixion, the time frame. He's saying it's time now. This is why I was here. This is the main focus of my life. This is the climax of my life, God. So go ahead and glorify me that I may glorify you. In other words, you put your attention and your favor on me, and I'm gonna. He's saying, I'm committed, God. He said, I'm committed, Dad. I'm not going to let you down. You glorify me, I'll glorify you. Alright? And God does that for us. He lifts us up. He gives us the opportunity. Do we respond in kind? Do we glorify Him? Do our lives glorify God? We need to set that example. Verse 2. Since you have given Him authority over all flesh, to give eternal life to all whom you have given Him. In other words, Jesus is saying, I got authority over everybody. You gave it to me. He's telling his God, his dad, he's saying, you gave it to me. You gave me authority over everybody. I can give eternal life to all of them that you've given me. So while he has authority over all flesh, he can only give eternal life to the particular people God had given him. Which is why if God did not choose somebody, they cannot have eternal life. And I don't know why this is so difficult to understand, but here in the part of the country I live, it's big revival type area, the southern United States, and it's of course South Carolina in particular. We all concerned with states' rights, and I got my rights, and people concerned about free will and all that. Well, I mean, there's certainly free will involved, and God uses that, but if He didn't pick you, you ain't getting picked, okay? It's that simple. Deal with it. There's just, dozens of passages that teach that, and you just have to pretty much ignore them all if you don't want to believe it. Verse 3, and this is eternal life, that they know you, the only true God, and Jesus Christ, whom you have sent. So, if God gives somebody to Jesus, then He's going to make sure they know His Father. That's what He's talking about. And that is eternal life. Knowledge of God. Intimate knowledge, not intellectual knowledge. Intimate, deep fellowship with God. That is eternal life. It's the same thing. Alright? It's once you have it, you've got it. Alright? And you'll never lose it. Alright. Verse 4, I glorified you on earth, having accomplished the work that you gave me to do. Alright? In other words, He's saying, whatever you told me to do, God, I did it. That's how I glorified you. Same way we glorify God. He's given us work to do. And specific things, He tells us in here, and then more specific things for each individual. And you have to ask God for wisdom to know what that is. Okay? I want to confess, I believe I've been failing, because I believe one of the things God's given me to do is to do these Take 5 broadcasts, and I need to do them every day, and I haven't been. And I don't believe I've been glorifying God. It doesn't matter whether there's anybody watching or not. The angels are watching. Hello, angels. If there are no humans watching this, the angels watch. The angels want to know about Jesus. The angels want to understand these things, because His Word tells us that we know more than they do. So they listen to us when we talk about Him, and at least I can speak to them. But someday somebody might accidentally hit the wrong key on their search on their computer and stumble across this thing, and they might learn something. So even if the numbers right now don't show hardly anybody's listening, I need to do it to glorify God. Jesus had what? He didn't have hardly anybody there at the cross with Him. It looked like His mission was a failure, but it wasn't. Look at all the Christians there are now. So you can't really tell by just how many people are responding. Alright. Anyway, verse 4, I'm going to finish with this verse today. I glorified you on earth, having accomplished the work that you... Well, that's what it was, what we just finished with. That's good enough, I guess. Alright, we'll come back tomorrow. Alright, I'm going to try to get back here tomorrow. I am on a men's advance, but I'm going to do my best to try to get these on every day. And And I used to do that no matter what, and I was committed to it, and I've fallen off. But this passage, seriously, along with some other things, has really been convicting me. This is what I need to do, regardless of if anybody's watching. And I'm going to quit getting discouraged and just trust God that you're watching, and angels that you're watching, and the devil's watching too, I know. Too bad. Alright, see you tomorrow. Thank you for watching if you did. Bye-bye.